just pull up when I want to. I can't pull up when I need to. Cause then you might think I'ma need you. It's crystal clear, girl, you see through.
This is episode 1000 of Star Struk Media. I'm taking the helm today, hosting this here with Jasz, not J-A-Z-Z, but J-A-S-Z.
For sure. What up, man? It's the kid Jasz. Oh shit, my phone.
So we'll start off. Why J-A-S-Z?
Well, that derives from my actual name. My initial name, my first name starts with an A. My middle name starts with a J, and then my last name starts with an S and ends with a Z. So if you change the order of the J from my middle name and the A from my first name, you get Jasz. So I figured that was a clever way to kind of use my name
Very creative.
to put something together.
And you're from?
Lynn, Massachusetts. For sure.
And what inspired you to do music?
I was listening to music. I come from Hispanic parents, so I was always listening to music. And just growing up around the city, just being introduced to a lot of different cultures and things like that. And I just grew a love for music, and then evidently it became my passion. So
that's dope. And so what interests you now about the music industry and as far as the streaming era? How do you feel confident going into this streaming era? Because I guess some people are saying they don't really know how to weigh it out, kind of how when you're selling actual CDs with the streaming, they don't know how to weigh it out. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's tough because you could make a case and say that the streaming era is beautiful because there's people that are listening to the music that might have never got the chance to listen to the music because they can stream it, opposed to having to go to Staples or Walmart to get the CD. But then at the same time, there's so much music out there that it's just for you to be picked from that 100,000 group of rappers that's making music. I feel like it's a little bit more difficult that way. So to answer your question, I feel like if you're picked out of that melting pot of individuals, then it can be beneficial for you. But then again, you're in a melting pot, so it's kind of nice. You gotta really love the music. I say I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not. I don't think it's bad. I think that they're struggling to monetize it because there are free streaming. You know what I mean? It's you can go back to the LimeWire days where those were streams.
Yeah.
They wasn't thinking about it, but those are streams. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't paying for it. They were free streams, but they're having those same issues now. So but at the end of the day, I think it doesn't really matter because if an artist is gonna get streams, they're probably making some type of side money, shows or merchandise or something. So if they giving out, they got 20,000 streams and 5,000 are free ones, but at least 5,000 more people still listen. So that's still a fan. Maybe when you able to finesse something that they can't reach it for free, they're gonna pay for it. So I think that the streaming service is good for even artists coming up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because if you have a small following and your little small following is just constantly listening to your shit, that streams.
Yeah, definitely. I think that coming up, it's definitely a tool to use that could be advantageous. I think when you reach a level of kind of when you solidify it and you reach a level of, I don't want to say comfort because it's not really the word, but when you reach a certain plateau that you feel like you could blow up with, I feel like that's the time when you'd have to be more strategic about how you want to stream because, like you said, you're having a lot more traffic come through that, and to manage that, it's still. To manage that in a way where you could put out music comfortably and still put out enough music for your fans to be like, we still rocking with it. And, not putting out so much that you burn yourself out. So I think it would be beneficial in that way.
Or, and so how do you feel about as far as like being rewarded on the streaming side, because like now or before there was like there's they got shows, events, where you actually get awards, and then you get the platinum plaques, the gold plaques. Now you're getting like, I seen the Migos or they getting a plaque for 1 billion streams. So like, what do you think about being like, should there be a reward system for the streaming? Cause like, or should it just be like, just leave the events as the awards, and just let the streaming be the streaming, or should people get accolades for the streaming?
It depends what it is that you want out of the music. For some people, it may not be about the streams or about the accolades, or it may not be about the physical accolades. It might be about helping someone overcome a tough time in their life. You know what I mean? So I think once you identify what are your goals, you can pick and choose what's important for you.
How do you feel about it though?
Well, for me, I have many goals. So helping someone overcome a tough time, through the music, that's definitely one of my goals. So I think I'd appreciate that, but also being recognized for the time and energy I put in to my music and my content. I feel like that's something that I look forward to as well, because I don't make music that you can pump out every day. I make music that's
you have to digest.
Yeah, you have to digest. It goes back to the fast food conversation. I don't make fast food music. I like to think that I take my time with every single record, so that I make sure that it has lasting power. So I think that working at it like that, or looking at it from that angle, I can I'm able to identify when it's important for me to release music, and why it's important for me to release the type of music that I do, so that I could get the satisfaction of, potentially helping someone out through a tough situation, or making a record that they could really relate to, and also getting the billions and millions of views out there for creating the content that I do.
That's amazing. So how do you feel about, like, I know 50 Cent had made a comment, because we're talking about the digesting the lyrics or whatever. 50 Cent had made a comment about Jay-Z's album being too smart for this culture. Like, how do you feel as an artist? Do you think about that, or you're just like, my shit ain't that complicated?
Well, even if it was that complicated, I'm making it for somebody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we live in an amazing time where there's a market and a crowd for everybody. So you can make super intellectual music and still, and still prosper through any kind of hip hop. You know what I mean? And from any angle in hip hop, because there's people that are, for lack of better words, not saying the most intellectual things, and they still have an outlet. So you can't, and I'm not saying 50 Cent, I'm just saying in general, you can't necessarily say this is too smart, because then what's too dumb? What's the balance, and then who dictates what that balance is?
Yeah.
So I think it's a matter of preference.
Because you can go on all day with that.
Yeah.
Especially with the dumb ones, it's just like, some of the stuff that's out there right now, you're like, yo, like, no bullshit. Sometimes I feel like I can make music sometimes. I'm just like, yo, this beat is hot as hell. You just say some stupid stuff, some ratchet, stupid, people love ratchet, stupid stuff. And you might have a hit. You never, like, you really put some money behind it, you say some dumb stuff on a track, and you really might have a hit. Because that's some of the stuff that people putting out now. But I'm a fan of the lyrics and the message and stories, and like being able to visually see a story by only hearing the words, like, you know what I mean, like that.
Yeah,
I think that's a talent. You know what I'm saying? So. That's the type I like to listen to. I feel like it's gonna get back to that, because I feel like everything, like all the old school stuff, is like kind of coming back.
Come back, yeah,
you know what I mean? So like, I think people getting tired of all the. I don't want to say they're getting tired of the trap stuff. I think like they're getting tired of the stuff that just don't make sense.
I feel like as long as it's creative, I feel like you can still make whatever kind of music you want, as long as it's creative. You know what I'm saying? If you're just recycling your content, then it's just. And I think people will start to catch on and be like, "Oh, damn, we're paying 5 years to listen to the same thing."
Yeah, and I feel like people are like the Molly talk and the drug abusing. I feel like that's going down. You know what I mean? Mad people dying off that shit. No one wants to really engage in that type of music no more. I mean, some people still do, but I feel like it's going down. And hopefully the lyrical stuff will come, make its way. And there are people that are paving the way for that, you know, like the Kendricks. And even it's nice to see Jonah Lucas getting some type of notoriety.
Jazz.
I like that. Jazz, for sure. So we had we did some research and seen that you had made your way to the Latin Grammys. You want to talk a little bit about that experience, how you felt, what it was like, seeing people that you don't normally see.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my highlights. I don't even want to say my career, it was just my whole life. Being a part of that and seeing how important to music the Spanish culture is, and how much of an impact the Spanish culture is making in like American music and just around the globe. That was really cool to see. That was really inspiring as well, because it lets me know that I have the potential to do something like that. And these are people that come from the same background that I come from. Immigrant parents, dealing with the nonsense that's going on in the world today. It's just kind of like, it lets me know, wow, there really isn't a way for you to get there. You just kind of, got to connect the dots and really put the pieces together. So, and it was everything that you imagined it, everything you would imagine it to be. Yeah. Like, what I'm saying to you right now, you're imagining some ridiculous shit, bro. Some ridiculous stuff, bro. It is that, bro. Yeah. Like, the most beautiful people in the world were all, like, there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was just kind of like, I feel like I'm more of a reserved type of person. And it was almost like overwhelming how like everybody there was just gorgeous. All the women there were gorgeous. Like it was Vegas, so everything was, top notch, top tier. You know what I mean? Getting picked up in limos and all that. Felt like James Bond. You know what I mean? It was dope. It was exactly what I imagined it to be, and I'm looking forward to going there next year and winning an award someday. Sure.
So, but like, were you there on the behalf of another artist, or
I got invited there?
Oh wow!
Yeah, so wow! That was an experience.
Oh wow! So that's invite only for sure. So that's definitely dope. Was anybody that any like female or anybody that stood out that you was like, damn, like, or anybody that you was like, oh, that person looks snobby as hell, or
I mean, there's a bunch of rich people in Vegas. I think anybody looks snobby.
Right.
But I mean, as far as a female, everybody. I feel it's real cliche to say, bro, but everybody was done up in a dress, looking like they just came out. You know what I mean? Of fucking The Great Gatsby. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I felt. Like I felt like a bunch of Hispanics that just came out. A bunch of Dominicans that just popped up The Great Gatsby. You know what I'm saying? It was ill, and it's something that's very different from that Grammys. And I've been to the American Grammys as well. And something that's very different is that in this Grammys, like in the Latin Grammys, bro, like, see, like the whole crowd was like dancing, bro. Like it was turned as a Hispanic person, bro. Like if you was there, you'd have been like, this is exactly how we get down. You know, there was people in there that from different races that was just like, you know what I mean, like what's going on. Yeah, but what? I was like, word. I understand this shit. Every Saturday, this till like 6 a.m. in the morning, this be going down at my people's spot. So it was cool. It was really cool, and see, my family also is something that my entire family is Dominican. So that was something that they were like, wow, like we know someone there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Granted, I didn't win an award or anything, but it's like, wow, we know somebody that went there. And And
that's enough for people sometimes nowadays, yo. You just know it, yo. Hey, that's my friend. I was in high school with him. I grew up with him. That's enough for people. I seen the other day someone had wrote in her bio that she was featured on DJ Khaled's Snapchat. And I'm just like, yo, I'm like, that's where we at. That's where we at nowadays.
That's an accomplishment.
I'm like, you could have walked by, you could have been on the street. Like that's really where we at right now. Like, that's what we claiming.
Goals.
And I'm like, literally. So that's dope. So you've been to the American Grammys too?
Yeah, man.
You all here plugging in.
Yeah, man.
Find out who your plug is.
It's hard work. That's my plug. This goes back to what I was saying about the music, man. I strongly believe that because I put out the music that I do, and it might not, as of right now, I'm still climbing up, so I'm still coming up, so I'm not getting like the views that I want as far as like the hundreds of thousands and millions and stuff. But I think, or I know for a fact that because I put out the music that I do, and I take my time with everything, every time that I drop is something worth the while. Yeah. Maybe not worth the wait, you know what I mean? Because it could be some time, but it's always something that you're gonna understand why it took so long with the music. So I feel like the people that have been checking out my music, it might not be like hundreds of millions of them, but people that are important. Yeah. And they're making a way for me to get invited to these events because they see, I feel like they see the potential. And they're like, yo, this dude can do something. He gets it. He understands that it's not about flooding the market with music. It's about flooding the market with the right music. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, I know for a fact when I get the opportunity to do so, the music's going to be ready and it's going to, God willing, it's going to live up to everything that I want it to be. So. And
that's good, though. A lot of people usually are not ready for... A lot of people want the opportunity, but they aren't ready for the opportunity. So that's good. So if they start knocking at that door, it'd be hard though for me to. I feel like it'd be hard for me to be in a place like that because I'd be wanting to just talk to everybody.
You gotta look at it, man. Like I'm there for a reason too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're not just. And I say that as humbly, you know what I'm saying, as humbly as possible. Like. Yeah. I'm there for a reason, just the same way you're there for a reason. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people could have gotten invited because they know a person or because X, Y, and Z. So it's just a matter of like if you're there, it's not a mistake that I was there. I gotta act like that and I gotta treat myself like. Not that I'm gonna walk around like King Tut. You know what I mean?
You can't geek out like, oh my God,
it's
like, you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is me too.
I learned that. I learned that. I actually Chris Rock was standing in front of my face in New York one time, and people didn't know he was trying to be low key, and I geeked out by accident, and he was pissed. He took off right after that, but. That was the first time like someone like I had seen all the time on TV was in front of my face. So when I looked up, I'm just like, Chris Rock? And everybody started looking because no one noticed him. Because he was with his daughter like shopping shoes. We was at a sneaker convention. It's like 10,000 people. Like no one really noticed him, you know what I'm saying? So he's just standing in front of me and I just look up and I'm just like, yo, this can't be real. And I said his name, yo, he dipped out so fast, yo. I ain't never seen someone move so fast. One person asked for a photo and he took off. He was sick. I was just like, damn, I blew that fast. But I just geeked out. But if you, like you said, you gotta have the composure because you're there for a reason too. So that's dope, man. I hope they keep inviting you back and you make as many connections. You make as many connections as possible, man. Because I believe that once you are in the environment of someone within our culture, like why wouldn't they help if you're talented?
Different reasons. I mean there's a lot of different answers to that. More than anything, I feel like it's what can they get out of it. You know what I mean? It's just like I worked my ass off to get here. Why should I help you without me receiving? I mean, not everybody's like that. But I definitely experienced that firsthand. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things that although I don't necessarily agree with it, I understand it. So it's just like, I just roll with the punches and control what I can control. And that's putting out, records like Round My Way out now.
But I feel like when people are like that, they become the same vulture that we're trying to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like there's vultures in the music industry that they just want to take all your creativity and leave you with nothing.
I mean, chances are somebody did it to them.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the hip hop way to do it like that. You know what I mean? To fuck somebody over to get on. I mean, that's kind of what it is. I think that. Okay.
No, go ahead. You can say that.
No, I was gonna say I think that's why I feel like this next generation is very important, because I feel like now we're in a time where we can all come together and really change that if we want to, and then if not, then fuck it, just Game of Thrones anyway. But
how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I just turned 24 last month. Yeah,
24 myself. Us 24-year-olds, we out here in our Kobe year, excelling.
Show.
So what do you think about like the whole like payola in the music industry, as far as like people paying up to get certain placements or like, I guess they call them industry plants and like how do you feel as an artist that like grinding and then like some industry plant just come through with this garbage music, and that you can just see it, like they're not on because they nice, they on because they know somebody.
So I mean in that situation it depends on what type of person you are. You know what I'm saying? It's just, if I'm gonna let that stop me from creating music, you know what I mean, then I'm not in the right field. Now when stuff like that does happen, it's just like I can't control that.
Yeah.
So what I can't control, like I said before, is creating the records. And if they're truly in an industry plan or there just because they know people, then chances are that they're gonna fade out. And you know what I mean? Like time is gonna expose them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like when time exposes them, then my music will be exposed. I feel like at the same time. So it'll work I feel like it'll work in my favor.
Yeah.
If I ever got put in that situation, just because it's like there's only so much BS you can feed people before they're like. You know what I mean? Enough is enough. You know? Yeah, so, yeah.
And how do you feel about like, kind of like investing in production of the music? Like, are you looking for a feature from some famous person? Are you looking for a production from a famous person? Are you just like all in house? Let's rock and let's create what we create.
I'm with everything. As long as the situation is right and makes sense, not only for myself but for the people around me, I think that I'm open to anything. I'm open to. I love making music, man. So it could be whatever the case is, man. As long as everybody comes correct and they're willing to make some music, then we can make it happen.
Who are maybe like an artist or two that you would want to work with that's in this industry now?
Hozier.
Hozier?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Hozier?
Hozier, he sings that song "Take Me to Church." Take me to church, down, down. Yeah.
Is he what is it, R&B? Is it
he's rock. Rock. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You like doing rock?
Yeah, I love
flowing the rock line.
I love music. So I listen to everything, and that's something. I mean, cause I could, if I was to sit here and say, I'd want a Wayne feature, a Drake feature, or a Jay-Z feature, then me and the rest of the world wants that. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the truth.
Yeah, so I'd rather do something. If I was to do a record with Hozier, you know what I mean? It's different. Like
you're right.
I do the rapping. I feel like I do. I feel like I'm alright with it. So I don't need anybody else rapping there with me. I'd rather create some new type of music, or try something new out. Cause if you do the things that's already been done, you're only gonna get that far.
Mm-hmm.
And my goal isn't to get where Jay-Z's got.
Yeah.
My goal is to get where I'm gonna get. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
What are some, you would say, struggles for you, like coming from your environment, where you're from? Like, what are some artist struggles for you?
Yeah, I think getting the music out there, man, because I guess it also depends on what your goals are. But one of my goals is to become, you know what I mean, the best jazz that I can be.
Mm-hmm.
You dig? So, in order for me to understand what that is, I gotta put the music out and see what the reaction is, or what the reaction is gonna be, and just gotta get the music out there. I don't feel like there's enough opportunity here the same way that there is, on the West Coast or things like that to get the music out, because over there's just so many more venues just to perform, and people actually come to it.
Yeah.
Out here, dog, you say you're putting on a show and they're gonna say, yeah, so is everybody else, and they're not gonna go. You feel me? So.
And you're restricted here too. They're like things. I want to believe that young creators like all of us can thrive here in this area, in this New England area, but
I believe it, bro.
I want to believe that, but sometimes I'd be like, yo, like it's just not here. Like that's not what people do in this area. Like Cali, New York, like they're pushing out creators.
You know why that is though? Like why those specific places are like that?
I feel like because this state's mad strict.
It's artists. Every artist that goes there for one specific reason, because they have one goal in mind. So it's easy for them to click up a network, right? Now, you and I have the same vision, you know what I'm saying? Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you're doing videos.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, I rock with Jay's music. Let me do his videos, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or let's work on some videos, see what we can come up together. I think doing that and more of that will make people shine, because we'll put a light over here, because we have the talent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Places like New York and California, obviously they have talented people everywhere. But people go from over there to meet up with other talented people. If we have talented people here, bro, we don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
We just got to bring them in the door. You know what I'm saying? We just got to be like, yo, bro, you could, you know what I'm saying? You could do this here.
Yeah.
The problem is, though, that the people that go over there are already super serious about it because they invested the money.
Yep.
People out here, they're not going to put their own money up. You know what I'm saying? If you're serious about it, you can put up $10,000 on the table. And I'm not saying I got $10,000 to put up. I'm saying you could put.
Waiting outside.
Yeah, for sure, right? had the IRS at my door. But you could put, X amount of money on the table and say, yo, I'm all for it. I'm all in. You know what I mean? This what I got for it. The people that go to New York and LA have already done that.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's why it's easy for everybody to connect out here. I'm not speaking to anybody specific, but just people in general. They'll be like, yo, I want to do it. And then when they realize how much legwork there is, they're like, yo, you know what? I'm good.
You see the energy change, yo. That's happened to me so many times. Yo. You see the energy change. You try to, yo, we're gonna do this. Yeah, let's get it. And it's like, it's time to get this groundwork in. Like, everybody's like, hold up.
Hey man, listen.
I didn't know it was gonna take.
I just think people are disingenuous with how much effort they're willing to give. Because I feel like if you honestly say, yo, I can only do X, Y, and Z, then that lets you know what you can and can't do.
Yeah.
But if you tell me you can do A, B, C, and X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna expect A, B, C, and X, Y, and Z, bro, because that's what you said.
Yeah.
You feel me? Now, if you tell me I can only do A or B, bro, then I know that going in, and I don't expect things of you. And I mean, it's a whole thing behind it. So many different theories that I have behind it, but
you know where I think that theory stems from, though? I think that it's because our generation or our culture lacks communication. And we lack communication because of social media. Like, people don't know how to talk to people face to face. You know, they used to just being behind the phone, so they don't tell you everything up front. So you be like confused because you be like, hold up, you didn't say nothing from the beginning, but they don't know how because they're not used to it. They used to just putting up a front. Like, I feel like social media is changing a lot of people, man.
Most definitely.
But when it's gonna come back around, and like you said, when it does a 360, and smacks people in the face, people gonna wake up and be like, yo, fuck, what I just do?
Nah, it ain't a smack, it's a haymaker, bro. So, oh, haymakers from Mike Tyson, son. It's gonna let you know what's up.
Oh man, so what's going forward for Jasz? What can we look forward to? What can the listeners, the viewers look forward to for Jasz?
More good music, more award shows, hopefully awards soon. More shows and more of everything, man. More peace, love, and more great music. I think that's what I stand by, what I stand for. So I think that's what we can look forward to in 2018. And I will, for anybody that's out there, I will put out more music this year.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, you heard it here first. You have my word on it. I'll put out more music this year, but just understand that I want the audience, because what I say is going to be important and can be important to this culture. So, or excuse me, let me take that back. What I'm saying, what I'm going to be talking about is important to the culture. So I want to see that manifest and see what that turns out to be.
Word. So y'all, more music coming. Y'all heard it.
For sure.
Hey, if something better come, or we gonna be like, hey, remember when you said that? Nah, but so I've been on this kick lately asking everybody this question, and so you seem like someone that would have a very good answer to this. So I figured I'd ask you, what's inspiring you right
now? Life is inspiring me. The reason I say that is because, like, I get inspiration from any everyday situation. Because I say it like this. So the way that I write music is that, like, if I hear an instrumental, there's very different ways that I have it. Sometimes I write, sometimes it's off the top.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a combination of both. But whenever I listen to an instrumental, it takes me back to a certain time in my life when I felt like that. So with whatever feeling that is, that familiar feeling it is, I follow that, and that's how I choose, like, my topics. So for, hypothetically speaking, this conversation we're having right now, there might be a beat like 2 years from now that makes me feel exactly how I'm feeling right now, and it's gonna make. And the thing is, I don't know if this is just me or this happens to every artist, but like the image in my head that I hear whenever I hear the music, bro, it's super vivid, like very vivid and detailed, and I remember exactly the things that I said. You know what I mean? How I felt, why I felt the way that I felt. So I kind of just like talk about that. So with that being said, that's what I say, like, life. Because anything that I'm going through, bro, could really inspire me for the better or for the worse. And even like I say the story all the time, but a friend of mine asked me like 2-3 years ago how I'm inspired all the time, because he's like, yo, bro, you don't, you know what I mean? Like you're always working, bro, like literally all the time. And he was like, why are you like that? And I explained to him, and I'm like, dog. He's like, what motivates you? I'm like, dog, what else you need to motivate you, bro? And I pressed this button in my car, because I had my car on. I had the hoopty at the time, and I kept pressing. It was the heater button. I was like, bro, this doesn't work, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, what else you need to motivate you, man? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, yo, it was negative like 2-3.
Realer than that.
Yo, bro, it was like negative 2-3 degrees outside. But I'm like, dog, what else do you need? You need someone to come shoot up this whole car for you to be like, yo, I gotta move out of here, bro. You know what I mean?
Right,
so, yeah, bro. Environment, situations, man. I wanna, you know what I mean? There's things that I wanna do for my family that is at the forefront of my mind. Everything before I go to sleep, you know what I mean? Those are the things that I think about. When I wake up, that's what I think about. So whenever. And of course, I'm not a robot, you know what I mean? There's days where I'm just like, man, screw all this. And I want to, you know what I mean? Falcon punch the wall, you know what I mean? But at the same time, whenever I think about that, that's when I think about, like, the things that I want to do for my family and the things that I want to do for myself and for the culture.
How do you feel like that, us as being the young creative individuals that we are, how do we make our communities better? Like, what do we do to add to? Obviously, there's only so much we can do, but what is the little things that we can do to make our communities better?
Educating the people, man. I think more than anything, if I'm not mistaken, don't hold me to this, but in Lynn, only 11% of the people graduate from a 4-year school. You know what I mean? And I'm proud to say that I'm a part of that 11%. And there's so many things that I've been.
So am I.
Man, word up. There's so many things that I've been exposed to and things that I've learned in a way that's conducive to me becoming a better human. And I don't know, man. I feel like educating the people is really the way to go, because people are only gonna go as far as they know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not everybody's courageous and gonna be like, yo, what else is there?
Yeah.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
I like what I like, but I'm like, yo, if there's something else that intrigues me, I'm gonna go run through it. You know what I mean? Just to see what it's about. To see if I really like it as much as I think in my head. So man, I feel like that's what it is. Yeah, man. I don't think people aren't aware enough of the opportunities out there, man. I had someone call me recently and tell me that that they felt like they didn't have anything to live for, and it was like, wow, like the only thing that I had to look forward to, bro, was to dying, basically, to being in the field, like being on the block, like that's what they had to look forward to, and I was a loss for words at the time, because I'm just like, dog, like there's so much opportunity and so much opportunity, so many things out there that you could, invest your time, energy, and things into, and the thing is that they just don't know, like at all, like they didn't understand that there was this whole other world there that they could tap into, because they know only a certain lifestyle.
The trap.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man.
So I think more than anything is educating the people and opening up the resources that the more fortunate have. Opening up those resources to the less fortunate, so they can understand that if you work hard by what you do and educate yourself, you can put yourself in a position to get the W. So.
Word. Hey man, this man, he knows he got some stuff in his head, man. The music will tell you the song that's out right now that he's promoting, Round My Way. It's all in his head, everybody. So give it time and it'll be out there on the tracks.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But tell everybody where they can follow you, tell them your website, how they can see all your content that you're putting out.
My website is www.slumdogmusic.com, SLUMDOGG music.com. My Instagram is @JazzOfficial, @JASZOfficial. Twitter's @Jazz_official. Facebook JazzOfficial, all that. Check out the kid and check out my new single Round My Way. It's gonna be out now, and let's look forward to some new tunes in 2018.
Hey man, and I'm glad you came through. I'm glad.
Sure, thank you for having me.
He linked this up. Like I said, I'm a new fan, and I'm a proud new fan.
Likewise.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep listening. I'm gonna keep looking out. Just stick to your word. Better be dropping some new stuff in 2018.
Next time I drop, I'll pull up again.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, hey, that'll be even better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna definitely look forward. I hope all the listeners and all the viewers are gonna be looking forward. All the information is gonna be in the bio, so don't worry. Y'all gonna know how to reach Jazz and all his good new music. We're gonna get that to everybody as well. So just thanks again for coming through.
Thank you again for
stay tuned for the next interview. Subscribe to the YouTube channel below, and have a good night, everybody. Take it easy.
Jazzy, are you reaching for the stars? I told her I need space for me to be an astronaut. I feel like Kenny Smith the rocket and I'm really taking off. I just gotta let you know before you up in the car. I've been thinking about this shit like every single fucking day. I should've married Kate, cause Ashley got the Mary Jane.